Hello everybody and welcome back to Plant Observed. Today I have a very special plant here with me. I bought it when I was the first time at the Dresdner Ostern, and this is a huge orchid exhibition where you can also buy orchids and also see some exhibitions where vendors put a lot of effort into displaying orchids in a very beautiful way. And I'm actually going to Dresdner Ostern in a few days. No, I'm lying, tomorrow. So stay tuned for some insights and hopefully a very nice what I bought at Dresdner Ostern video. So let's dive right into the video. I have to take a look at my notes because this orchid has a very complicated name and I don't want to confuse it. So this orchid right here is Holcoglossum MS Sunlight back crossed with Phalaenopsis japonica. And I did some research on this plant, and when you go to some orchid forums, there's a lot of different information about Holcoglossum MS Sunlight. Some people really like this hybrid between Holcoglossum flavescens and Rhynchostylis gigantea. For some it grows really well, for some it doesn't grow and dies at some point. Most growers have some difficulty getting it to bloom. And so I was really hesitant to buy Holcoglossum MS Sunlight. And when I was at Dresdner Ostern, I saw this plant, which is Holcoglossum MS Sunlight, crossed with Phalaenopsis japonica. And I thought, okay, why not give it a try? Back in 2023, when I bought this plant, there was not much information about this hybrid, that changed a little bit. Let's go through the parentage of this orchid, and then we can think about how the care of this orchid could look like in detail. So first of all, we have one parent plant, which is Holcoglossum flavescens, and it comes from southwest China and the Himalayas and Indochina. And it is mostly found in mountainous forests in elevations ranging from 1,200 meters to 300 meters. So it likes it fairly cool because of these elevations. We have summer temperatures ranging from 18 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, and winter temperatures ranging from 5 to 15 Celsius. So this parent likes it fairly cool. And then the next parent is Rhynchostylis gigantea, found in Southeast Asia, namely Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, and the Philippines. And is found mostly in the lowlands up to 850 meters above sea level. Throughout the year, this parent does not experience any changes in temperatures. We have a day temperature of 25 to 35 degrees Celsius and night temperatures of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. So this is definitely a warm grower which experiences dry winters and wet summers. Now, these two parents make up 25% of the genetics of this specific hybrid, because this is crossed with Phalaenopsis japonica, which makes up 50% of the genetics. Phalaenopsis japonica is found in Japan, Korea, and East China in elevations from 600 to 1,400 meters above sea level. Now this again is a cool grower. It experiences temperatures in the summer from 26 to 31 degrees Celsius in the day, and at night 19 to 23 degrees Celsius, and in winter 12 to 13 degrees Celsius during the day and 3 to 4 degrees Celsius during the night. So can tolerate much colder conditions. And Phalaenopsis japonica is found in open forests, on coasts and cliffs, so it has a higher demand for light compared to other Phalaenopsis species. So from these parents we can kind of guess how this specific hybrid wants to be treated. So from Phalaenopsis japonica you get the cold tolerance and also compact growth. You can see that the leaves don't get very long, which probably comes from the japonica parentage. And from Rhynchostylus gigantea you get these flower branches which have a lot of flowers on them, and also some heat tolerance. And from Holcoglossum flavescens you get the robustness and light tolerance and also some drought tolerance. Now we can get to what I experienced with this plant and if it matches with the parentage. So this specific orchid definitely likes it on the drier side in the winter time, and I water it less frequently during the winter, which is the case for most of my orchids, because I have lower temperatures during the winter in my living room. So that means higher chances of root rot for most Phalaenopsis and basically for most plants. If it gets cooler, you should water them less frequently and keep them on the drier side. What I experience when I water this orchid too much in the winter time, that I get a little bit of root rot. It's not crazy, it's just some rotting of the root tips, but I never lost the whole root system or stuff like that. So it's really manageable, and I would say it's a beginner-friendly orchid, just also because of that. Nevertheless, I changed the potting setup a little bit with this orchid, especially because of this tendency to get root rot in the winter. So this was potted up in 100% sphagnum moss at one point, and I didn't change the growth media, but I changed how much sphagnum moss I put into the pot. So this is a just plastic container without holes in them. This was filled completely to the brim with sphagnum moss, and it was really difficult to keep it on the drier side in the winter time. So what I did, I just removed all the sphagnum moss and put a pot in the bottom upside down, so the plant sits on top of this pot, and so I have all this air at the bottom, and then I just filled in some sphagnum moss at the top, and then some moss that is probably local to this area grew on top, which doesn't bother the orchid and looks really nice, I think, grew on top. And this way this orchid dries out much faster, and hopefully I can prevent some root rot in the winter time, and basically it looks quite good. I cannot tell for sure because a lot of algae has grown on the outside. I usually like those clear pots because I am able to take a look at the roots whenever I want to, and I can see at several points that there are green healthy roots. I can also see some dead ones, but I'm not very concerned about that because the plant overall is looking quite good. So this plant would probably do much better without any media around the roots at all. So completely bare root hanging somewhere, and I have several problems with this type of method which you would use for other vendaceous orchids. Problem number one, it's not practical in a living room scenario because you cannot simply spray orchids in your living room. You have to take them either to the bathroom or the kitchen and spray them there, and then they have to dry somewhere so you don't get your floors wet and stuff like that. Problem number two, it's really annoying to have a plant that needs to be sprayed once a day or twice or even 3 times a day in the summertime. It's just not practical. You have to do other things, and to remember that you have to water a plant or spray a plant 3 times a day. And if you have multiple plants, it's just not going to happen. So I decided that I'm going to try it with some sphagnum, and for now it grows okay. Probably not perfect, but fine for me. Why do I love this plant so much? So first of all, the blooms, they are incredible. So I have these white petals and then this pink lip, which is not just purely pink. It has pink stripes, it has pink dots, everything you would love in an orchid. And then you have also this splash of yellow, which is a really nice lemony yellow in the center of the flower, and it looks so different to other Phalaenopsis or basic Phalaenopsis flowers. It's just really beautiful, and the petals to lip form a really nice contrast, and the size of the flowers are really nice, and this really long flower stalk, which is always full of small little flowers. It's just amazing and beautiful, and yeah, I really love this plant. Maybe the point that got me really hooked about this plant is that it has a really intense smell. When I picked it up at the Dresdner Ostern, I was immediately struck by the smell. It is just, let me try to explain how it smells. So the first thing you notice is a really fresh, lemony scent mixed with some vanilla. So it kind of smells like a flowery, lemony, vanilla cake. Mixed with a little bit of bubblegum, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's really fresh, flowery, fruity, really uncommon for orchids or other type of fragrant orchids that I have. I never smelled Phalaenopsis japonica. It probably comes from the Japonica parentage, pretty sure. But yeah, it's really nice. And what is also really nice about this plant is that the flowers last a really long time. If you touch them, you can really tell that they have some flesh to them, so they can store some water. These are not papery flowers that fade in a matter of days. They really last some weeks, and you can really enjoy them for a long time. And yeah, this plant is really a whole package because it does not bloom just once a year. It blooms basically multiple times a year. For me, I would say 2 to 3 times a year. You can see since I had this plant, it produced multiple flower stalks. Maybe I can count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have it for 4 years now. 24, 25, 26, no, 3 years. So I have it for 3 years now. 8 flower stalks. Sometimes it blooms with 1 flower stalk. Sometimes it blooms with 2 flower stalks at once. Sometimes 1 flower stalk blooms after the other right away. So it's really different, and it's a surprise most of the time. This plant is really, really nice. It can take some dryness even in the summertime. It is not crazy about losing leaves like other orchids when it dries out. You have to be a little bit careful about watering it too much, especially in the winter time. In the summertime it's not a big deal as long as it dries out fairly quickly. But yeah, it's quite easy. I wouldn't say it's the easiest. It's not a flower shop phalaenopsis, but if you counter in that it blooms multiple times, it has an intense flavor that is really, really nice. And yeah, blooms multiple times. It's just an overall amazing plant. It also needs a little bit more light than a typical phalaenopsis, probably also because of the Phalaenopsis japonica parentage. But other than that, I would say give it a shot. Try it out. If you can get a hold of it, it's really rewarding. And yeah, if you like a small challenge, if you manage to keep Phalaenopsis alive and you want to go a step further and try something a little bit more challenging, try this plant. It is really, really worth it. It's a really, really nice plant. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and the featuring of this plant. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe, support a new channel, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye bye! Dresden, Vanille. Good smell.